Welcome, dear friends, to a journey of discovery, a journey where the harmony of our inner world meets the practical aspects of our everyday lives. Today, we explore how the spaces we inhabit and the way we manage our finances are not merely matters of material wealth, but reflections of our inner energy and state of mind. In the spirit of Buddhist teachings, we recognize that every action, every thought, carries a ripple of energy that shapes our destiny. This conversation is an invitation to align your inner light with the practical wisdom of sound financial management. Imagine, for a moment, the simple act of arranging your home in a way that nurtures positive energy. When we place mindful intention into every corner of our living space, we honor the present moment and create a sanctuary that supports both our spiritual growth and material prosperity. The Buddha taught us that the mind is everything. What we think, we become. By extending this teaching to our financial habits, we acknowledge that our approach to money is not separate from our journey to inner peace and balance. As we embark on this exploration, consider the profound connection between the physical space that surrounds us and the energy that flows within. We are not just managing money. We are cultivating an environment that invites abundance, serenity, and mindful abundance. This is not a call to superstition, but a reminder to integrate practical steps with deep, introspective wisdom. Each decision you make, from how you store your savings to how you plan your expenditures, is an opportunity to embody the teachings of compassion, mindfulness, and wisdom. Let this moment be a turning point. Embrace the notion that your home can be a temple of prosperity, a place where both your spirit and your financial resources flourish. Together, we will explore strategies that honor the ancient wisdom of the Buddha, empower your financial decisions, and ignite a vibrant energy that transcends the ordinary. With open hearts and clear minds, we step forward into a future where every small action contributes to a life filled with abundance, balance, and inner peace. At the heart of Buddhist teachings lies a profound understanding of energy both within and around us. This ancient wisdom reminds us that every thought, action, and intention sends ripples through our existence. When we apply these principles to the realm of personal finance, we discover that managing money is not merely a mechanical process, but a sacred practice that intertwines our inner state with our external world. In this light, financial planning becomes an art of balancing material needs with spiritual well-being. Buddhism teaches us that the mind is the root of all experiences. What we think, we become. When we extend this insight to our financial lives, we understand that money is not an end in itself, but a tool, a form of energy that flows through our hands and hearts. It is shaped by our intentions and directed by our actions. By cultivating mindfulness and clarity in our financial decisions, we create a positive feedback loop that nurtures both prosperity and inner peace. Every dollar saved, every investment made, becomes an opportunity to practice compassion, gratitude, and self-discipline. Modern financial practices emphasize budgeting, saving, and strategic investments as essential tools for building wealth. These principles are not at odds with Buddhist thought. Rather, they complement the path to enlightenment by fostering discipline and responsibility. When we meticulously plan our expenditures, we honor our present while preparing for the future. In doing so, we reflect the Buddha's teaching that mindful actions lead to wholesome outcomes. It is a dynamic interplay of practical planning and spiritual mindfulness that paves the way for a fulfilling life. Moreover, the concept of impermanence, a cornerstone of Buddhist philosophy, provides us with a powerful lens through which to view financial stability. Understanding that all things are transient encourages us to appreciate the moment without becoming overly attached to material gains. This balanced perspective can relieve the anxiety and fear that often accompany financial decisions. Instead of viewing money as a static measure of success, we see it as an ever-changing force that, when managed with wisdom, contributes to our overall well-being. In essence, every financial challenge becomes a lesson in resilience and adaptability. The synergy between ancient wisdom and modern practicality is where true transformation occurs. It is not enough to simply accumulate wealth. We must also nurture the energy within our living spaces. The environment we create around us plays a pivotal role in shaping our mindset and, ultimately, our financial destiny. By aligning our physical surroundings with our inner values through mindful organization and deliberate choices, we invite an atmosphere of abundance and positivity into our lives. A clean, harmonious space can uplift the spirit, fostering a sense of calm that empowers us to make sound financial decisions. As we embark on this journey of integrating Buddhist philosophy with practical financial management, let us embrace the idea that our money is a manifestation of our inner energy. Let us commit to cultivating a mindful relationship with our resources, one that is rooted in gratitude, wisdom, and a deep respect for the impermanence of life. In doing so, we not only build a secure financial foundation, but we also embark on a path toward inner liberation, where each financial decision becomes a step toward greater clarity, balance, and joy. In our journey toward financial well-being, it is essential to understand that the way we store money in our homes is not only a practical decision but also a reflection of our inner energy and state of mind. Drawing upon Buddhist teachings, we recognize that every space in our living environment holds its own energy, influencing the flow of abundance and prosperity in our lives. Today, I invite you to explore, with an open heart and a mindful spirit, the various locations where money is commonly stored, and to consider how each position may either support or hinder the flow of positive energy. Let us begin with the classic practice of storing money under the mattress. Historically, many have turned to this method, believing that it offers a sense of security and secrecy. However, from both a practical standpoint and a spiritual perspective, this method carries significant drawbacks. The mattress, a place meant for rest and rejuvenation, becomes a repository of worry when money is hidden beneath it. According to Buddhist thought, the mind is a mirror of the body's environment. If the space meant for peaceful slumber is cluttered with financial anxiety, the mind will reflect that unrest. The act of keeping money under the mattress not only risks physical damage or loss, but it also creates an energetic imbalance, mixing the vibrations of rest with those of apprehension. This, in turn, can manifest as sleepless nights and a persistent sense of financial insecurity. I encourage you to consider safer, more energetically harmonious alternatives that nurture both your body and your spirit. Turning our attention to the kitchen, often regarded as the heart of the home, we find another popular but problematic location: the kitchen cupboard. The kitchen, vibrant with life and nourishment, should ideally be a space of transformation and vitality. Yet, when money is stored in a dark, closed cupboard, the energy of abundance is stifled. The lack of light and airflow in such spaces tends to mute the positive vibrations that are so essential for prosperity. Furthermore, the kitchen is a place where elements are constantly being transformed. It is meant for creating meals that sustain our bodies, not for holding on to financial resources that risk stagnation. As the Buddha taught, clinging to material attachments can impede our spiritual progress, and so too can storing money in a location that inhibits its natural flow. Next, we consider the bathroom, a space dedicated to cleansing and renewal. In this sanctuary of purification, the primary function is to release impurities and refresh both body and mind. Placing money in a bathroom contradicts this fundamental purpose. The water that flows in the bathroom, with its purifying and cleansing qualities, can inadvertently wash away the energetic imprint of your financial resources. This symbolism is powerful. Just as impurities are flushed away, so too might your hard-earned money be lost if it is stored in such a transient space. Instead, let your financial energy be preserved in an environment that supports stability and growth, rather than one that promotes release and dissolution. Another area to consider is the vicinity of electronic devices. In our modern world, it is common to store money near televisions, computers, or within drawers adjacent to gadgets like microwaves. While this may seem practical at first glance, electronic devices emit electromagnetic waves that can disrupt the natural energy flow. The chaotic energy from these devices interferes with the calm, steady vibration that money requires to multiply and flourish. It is as if the constant hum of technology creates a background noise that drowns out the gentle murmur of abundance. When you store money near such sources of energy, you invite instability and impulsiveness into your financial practices. I urge you to cultivate spaces free from such disturbances, where the energy is clear, calm, and conducive to long-term prosperity. Consider also the attic, a place often shrouded in dust and darkness. The attic symbolizes forgotten memories and neglected treasures. While it might appear to be a secure storage area, its energetic profile is fraught with challenges. The attic, being a space of neglect and stagnation, can cause money stored there to become similarly inaccessible and dormant. This environment not only fails to nurture your financial resources but can also contribute to a sense of disconnect and isolation from your material well-being. The Buddhist teachings remind us that neglecting the present and clinging to the past can impede our growth. Therefore, it is vital to choose storage spaces that are active, accessible, and aligned with the energy of renewal. The garage, too, presents its own set of challenges. Often used as a transitional space for items that are not frequently accessed. The garage embodies the energy of impermanence and flux. While storing money in the garage might seem like a practical idea due to its apparent abundance of space, the inherent instability of such an environment means that your financial resources may be subject to the whims of change and neglect. The energy in the garage is characterized by movement and disorder, which is not conducive to the steady, nurturing energy required for money to grow. Instead of allowing your resources to be scattered in a space defined by transience, choose a location that reinforces stability and groundedness. Finally, let us reflect on the common practice of storing money in an office drawer or on a desk. In the fast-paced environment of work, where stress and mental overload are constant companions, this choice may inadvertently infuse your finances with a sense of urgency and disorganization. The office is a place of intense mental activity and, often, chaotic energy. When money is stored here, it absorbs the strain and pressure that accompany our daily tasks, potentially leading to impulsive financial decisions and a lack of clear financial direction. The teachings of the Buddha remind us that clarity of mind is essential for making wise choices. Therefore, integrating your financial practices with a calm and orderly environment is crucial. In conclusion, each common storage location for money, whether under the mattress, in a kitchen cupboard, in the bathroom, near electronic devices, in the attic, in the garage, or in the office, carries its own unique energy that can either support or hinder the flow of abundance. By analyzing these spaces through the lens of Buddhist teachings, we see that our financial well-being is deeply interconnected with the energetic environment we create in our homes. I invite you to reflect on these insights and consider how you might transform your living space into a sanctuary of prosperity and positive energy. Embrace mindful storage practices as a step toward a more balanced, enlightened, and abundant life, for in every choice lies the seed of our future, waiting to bloom into the prosperity we so earnestly seek. In our quest to nurture both our inner spirit and our financial well-being, it becomes clear that the method by which we store our money should be a conscious, deliberate act, one that harmonizes with the natural flow of energy in our environment. Drawing from the profound insights of Buddhist teachings, we can learn to view our financial resources not as mere currency, but as manifestations of life energy, deserving of a safe and nurturing space. Today, I invite you to explore with me a series of effective money storage solutions that align with the principles of mindfulness, balance, and compassion. First and foremost, let us consider the traditional use of a safe or a secure box. In Buddhist philosophy, safety and protection are not solely physical states but also energetic ones. A well-chosen safe, kept in a calm and organized part of your home, perhaps in a quiet corner of your bedroom, or a dedicated office space, serves as a powerful symbol of stability. By placing your money in a safe environment, you not only safeguard your assets but also create a focal point for positive, secure energy. This practice encourages discipline, a cornerstone of both effective financial management and spiritual growth. Every time you deposit your savings, allow it to be a ritual that reaffirms your commitment to both material security and inner peace. Next, consider the option of storing money in natural containers, such as ceramic jars or wooden boxes. Natural materials have long been revered in Buddhist tradition for their ability to harmonize with the earth's energy. These containers are not only aesthetically pleasing, but they also provide an organic and grounded space for your money. Imagine a beautifully crafted wooden box, polished to a gentle shine, sitting in a well-ventilated, serene space. This box does more than just hold your money. It acts as a reminder of the natural cycle of growth and decay, urging you to respect the impermanence of material wealth, while also cultivating an attitude of gratitude for what you possess. As you secure your savings in such a container, reflect on the Buddha's teaching that true wealth comes from inner balance, not just external accumulation. Furthermore, it is essential to consider the role of intentional placement in your living space. In Buddhist thought, the environment is seen as a mirror of the mind. Therefore, it is beneficial to store money near symbols of abundance and prosperity, such as healthy green plants or crystals like pyrite and citrine, which are traditionally believed to attract wealth. When these symbols are present, they create an energetic field that can enhance the natural flow of prosperity. By aligning your financial storage with such positive symbols, you encourage a harmonious relationship between your monetary assets and the overall energy of your home. This practice transforms the act of saving into a mindful ritual, blending material concerns with spiritual aspirations. In addition to selecting the right container and placement, it is vital to maintain an organized and clutter-free environment. A space that is orderly and clean is conducive to clear thinking and calm energy, a principle that is deeply embedded in Buddhist practice. Regularly decluttering and cleansing the area where you store your money is not merely an act of physical tidiness. It is a symbolic gesture of releasing old, stagnant energy and welcoming in new, vibrant possibilities. Consider setting aside time on a monthly basis to clean your storage space, whether it is your safe, jar, or wooden box. As you do so, allow yourself a moment of meditation, focusing on the transformation of your environment and the renewal of your inner strength. This regular practice reinforces the idea that each small act of care contributes to a larger cycle of abundance. Moreover, integrating mindful financial practices into your daily routine can amplify the positive energy associated with money storage. Begin your day with a brief meditation or affirmation that centers your thoughts on prosperity, security, and gratitude. Remind yourself that each financial decision is an opportunity to align with the natural flow of energy. For example, when you set aside money for savings, pause and reflect on the intention behind your action. Is it a step towards securing your future? Or is it merely a habit? By consciously connecting your actions with your values, you transform a mundane task into a meaningful act of self-care and spiritual discipline. Let us also consider the importance of balance between material accumulation and inner fulfillment. While it is essential to protect and nurture your financial resources, it is equally important to remember that money is only one aspect of a rich and rewarding life. The Buddha taught that attachment to material possessions can lead to suffering. Thus, while we secure our money in thoughtful and effective ways, we must also cultivate a sense of detachment. This does not mean neglecting your financial responsibilities, but rather recognizing that true wealth is found in the balance between material security and the freedom of the spirit. By approaching money storage with a balanced mind, you pave the way for both external prosperity and internal liberation. In conclusion, effective money storage is not just a practical matter, it is a sacred practice that blends the wisdom of Buddhist teachings with the realities of modern life. Whether you choose a secure safe, a natural container, or a thoughtfully arranged space adorned with symbols of abundance, let your approach be guided by mindfulness, clarity, and compassion. Embrace these practices as opportunities to foster a secure and nurturing environment for your financial resources, while also nurturing your inner light. Each step you take towards mindful money management is a step toward a more balanced, enlightened, and prosperous life. Let your actions today ripple outwards, creating a foundation of stability and peace that supports all your future endeavors. In our journey toward holistic prosperity, it is essential to recognize that our daily habits and rituals can have a profound impact on our financial well-being, as well as our inner peace. Drawing upon the timeless wisdom of Buddhist teachings, we are reminded that every action, however small, contributes to the tapestry of our lives. By integrating mindful rituals into our daily routine, we not only strengthen our financial foundation but also nurture a sense of gratitude, clarity, and inner balance. Begin each day with a moment of stillness and reflection. As the sun rises, take a few minutes in meditation to center your thoughts and set a positive intention for the day. Close your eyes, breathe deeply, and envision a radiant flow of abundance entering your life. This simple practice is not merely a moment of calm. It is a powerful affirmation of your commitment to both financial prudence and spiritual growth. In these quiet moments, remind yourself that every financial decision you make is an opportunity to align with the natural flow of energy, transforming ordinary transactions into acts of mindful creation. Throughout the day, cultivate a habit of gratitude. Each time you receive income or save money, pause to acknowledge the effort that brought it to you. Expressing gratitude for even the smallest amounts of money reinforces the positive energy that fuels your prosperity. In the words of the Buddha, we are shaped by our thoughts. We become what we think. When you consciously appreciate your financial resources, you create a mental environment that is ripe for continued growth and success. This gratitude practice can be as simple as a brief verbal affirmation or a moment of reflection before making a purchase or transferring funds to your savings. Another vital ritual is the regular cleansing of your financial space, both physically and energetically. Dedicate time on a weekly or monthly basis to organize and clean the areas where you manage your money, be it your wallet, safe, or office desk. As you clear out clutter and arrange your space, visualize the removal of stagnant energy, making room for fresh, vibrant energy to flow. This act of physical tidiness mirrors the Buddhist principle of non-attachment, where letting go of the old paves the way for new opportunities. It is a reminder that our financial lives, like our inner selves, require constant care and renewal. In addition to these daily practices, consider incorporating affirmations into your routine. Affirmations are more than mere words. They are declarations of your deepest intentions and aspirations. Each day, recite affirmations such as "I am a magnet for wealth and abundance," or "prosperity flows freely to me, and I honor it with gratitude." These affirmations, when repeated with conviction, serve as daily reminders of your commitment to financial well-being. They reprogram your subconscious mind to embrace abundance, dispelling any lingering doubts or fears that might hinder your progress. Moreover, let us not underestimate the power of mindful spending and conscious saving. Before making any financial decision, take a moment to reflect on its alignment with your values and long-term goals. Ask yourself, does this expense support my journey toward balance and prosperity, or does it create unnecessary attachment? By approaching each purchase with thoughtful consideration, you transform the act of spending into a mindful practice that respects both your material needs and your spiritual aspirations. This mindful financial behavior is a form of meditation in itself, where every transaction becomes a lesson in self-discipline and awareness. As we weave these rituals and habits into our daily lives, we begin to see the interconnection between our inner energy and our financial reality. Each mindful act, whether it is a moment of gratitude, a clear space, or a thoughtful affirmation, reinforces the idea that prosperity is not merely a matter of accumulating wealth, but of nurturing a balanced and abundant state of being. In embracing these practices, we honor the teachings of the Buddha, who reminds us that true wealth is found in the harmonious union of material security and spiritual well-being. In conclusion, let these daily rituals and habits serve as guiding lights on your path to financial and inner abundance. Approach each day with mindfulness, gratitude, and an unwavering commitment to balance, knowing that every small action contributes to a life filled with prosperity, clarity, and peace. Embrace these practices wholeheartedly, for in doing so, you lay the foundation for a future where both your financial resources and your spirit flourish in unison. In closing, let us reflect on the profound journey we have embarked upon, a journey that intertwines the wisdom of Buddhist teachings with the practical realm of financial well-being. As we draw this exploration to a close, remember that every decision you make, every small act of mindful money management, is a step toward not only material security but also inner peace and balance. The Buddha taught us that the mind is the foundation of all experiences. When we nurture our thoughts with gratitude, clarity, and compassion, we lay the groundwork for a life of abundance. We have discovered that the way we store our money is far more than a matter of convenience or habit. It is a reflection of our inner state, a mirror of our spiritual alignment. By choosing secure, harmonious spaces for our financial resources, whether through the use of a safe, natural containers, or an organized environment adorned with symbols of prosperity, we create a sanctuary that supports both our worldly and spiritual endeavors. This practice not only protects our assets but also serves as a daily reminder to remain mindful of the delicate balance between material pursuits and inner fulfillment. Moreover, the daily rituals and habits we adopt, starting our mornings with meditation, expressing gratitude for every cent, and engaging in mindful spending, transform ordinary financial transactions into powerful acts of self-care and spiritual discipline. These practices are not about accumulating wealth for the sake of wealth. They are about honoring the flow of energy in our lives, acknowledging that true prosperity is found in the harmonious union of financial security and spiritual growth. As you move forward, let this integrated approach guide you. Let it inspire you to act with intention and to see every financial decision as an opportunity for personal transformation. Embrace the teachings of the Buddha, and remember that your journey toward abundance is as much about cultivating a rich inner life as it is about managing your resources. Stand tall with confidence, knowing that every mindful step you take contributes to a future where your material and spiritual well-being flourish in perfect harmony. Let your life be a testament to the power of balance, compassion, and mindful action. And may you continue to grow in prosperity and inner light.